And a very good afternoon to you folks here at Speed Gaming 2, and welcome to this afternoon's edition of the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. We got a good one for you today, folks. On camera today, we have Gem, Illis, Link to the Past Ken, and Raylan Tanker playing an Ambrosia seed. What does that mean? Well, we already start out with a sword. It is going to translate to a standard 7-7 defeat Gannon seed. Furthermore, as you may have seen within the last minute or so ago, the uncle will tell you right at the start where our Pegasus boots are going to be hidden. I am Captain MD13, joined today by Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. How you doing today, my good friend?
Hello, everybody. I am doing fabulous, enjoying another wonderful day, and I'm expecting some shenanigans with that wonderful boots hint.
Indeed, another feature of Ambrosia is that all bosses will only contain items. They will not contain maps, compasses, or keys.
Which can definitely make routing a little tricky, and possibly have most pendant dungeons actually seem pretty decent to finish.
Indeed.
And I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there right now that I'm hoping we have an Agaped seed. I don't care anymore. I want to see these people suffer. For our entertainment, of course.
Oh, I'm sure the runners are fully, will have no problem providing that entertainment for us, but it looks like we are off, and the uncle tells us, Lunk, the boots are in the dark world. That's a lot of potential spots for that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, back of escape is not an issue. Interesting, instant bombs.
Ooh, and it looked like we got crystals in all the world and a 5-6 on the Eastern. That'll be interesting.
Yep. Yeah, and with the Ambrosia settings and the fact that our pendant dungeons could still have, our pendant dungeon bosses could still have items, that's gonna be interesting. The uncle gives us 10 sticks. Thankfully, because of the Ambrosia setting, we are instantly starting out with a sword, so we will not be worried about the uncle's weapon is random. And we get a flute in the sewers chest.
Not a bad start, especially since Kakariko is going to be one of the first steps they go to after the escape.
All right, now how many chests in do you think until we get the bottle?
Oh, I want to have it being the next one. Let's go ahead and get our boomerang chest to give us the bottle.
Now it looks like small magic was the first drop from enemies. Now, do you know by chance if that translates to bomb drops as a possibility for the for this item pool?
I think so, because if I remember correctly, the small magic comes with the large magic, heart piece, and a bomb drop?
Something along that line, but we get a Cane of Samaria in the first chest of Hyrule Castle.
Hey, that's something red.
That's not something that's going to give us much in the way of progression yet, but it is one of the key components for the late dungeons.
Now see, this is where we hope that we have Pendant Misery Mire and Pendant Turtle Rock, because that would be fabulous.
We shall see, but our next chest is the key to the Dark Cross.
Oh hey, that's actually a really nice find. I mean, now instead of later, because, I mean, you're going to need it anyway. Let's just hope that we don't see a map in the next couple of chests. Just leave it for the Sanctuary so we can just skip it.
But we'll see if muscle memory kicks in afterwards, and people check it anyway. Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't doubt that from happening.
Well, there is one of our 2 single green rupee drops.
The most valuable money in the world.
And so it looks... You first.
I was going to say, it looks like everyone's actually doing quite well execution-wise. 3 minutes in, we've already got everyone out of Zelda's cell. I know Link's a little bit behind, but I think it's because he had a little bit of a late start.
Yeah, Ken will elect to use pot yeet strats to take out the chain guard.
personally my favorite, because not only does it do tempered sword damage, it is so much easier to do it without getting hit. Yeah, coming up 4 minutes on the escape sequence. Jim is leading the pack just by a smidge here. Probably going to be able to finish this whole sequence in under 6 minutes, and that's a pretty darn good time.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good, and all of our runners picked up bombs in the chest in Link's house, so with that, back of escape should be trivial.
That's always a plus. Now, since we did get that early Boots hint about it being in the Dark World, let's go ahead and start hypothesizing where in the Dark World that's going to be. I'm going to guess...
I'm going to say Graveyard Ledge.
I was going to go with Cave 45, because that's equally annoying.
So we both agree that it's behind the mirrors check.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree to that.
Now, with that map that we just found in the Dark Cross, that does indicate that we've got 4 items left, 3 in the bombable wall in Escape, and then 1 in Sanctuary, so that's good. Better chances for some progression early on.
Indeed.
And so far, it doesn't look like the rats have been on a decent drop. Because that was a single rupee before. Ooh, wait, was that the hook shot?
It sure was.
Ooh.
That's one of the bigger items, too, because not only will that get us through a couple of Dark World dungeons later, but that's a good ticket with only a couple items left to get to East Death Mountain. And that is where a great treasure trove of items could be in store for our runners this afternoon.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, I mean, we've already got the flute, so we can access Death Mountain, hookshot over, get the 7 chests in Paradox, and then bounce on over.
As a matter of fact, we can. And with all the bombs we've been getting,
that won't be a problem.
Village should pretty much be free as well.
Dang, this has been a really nice seed so far. And Jim just getting out with a 6-minute escape. That is fantastic execution.
It
to
sure
be expected
is.
from Jim, because, he's Jim.
Yeah, and you have to figure everybody's going straight to Kakariko to activate that flute. Maybe divert to Lumberjack and Lost Woods first, but yeah, definitely everybody prioritizing Kakariko for sure.
Oh, most definitely.
All right, let's have a look at our Lost Woods checks. Looks like tier 1 tree pull is just hearts.
Ooh, and got some shields grown out of the ground. And what do we got in the Thief's Hole? Money! I mean, not surprising, it is a Thief's Hole.
Actually, do the tree pulls start counting during the escape sequence as well as once you hit Overworld, or does it only start counting when you hit Overworld?
I believe it counts.
Okay. So that was probably a higher tier tree pull, like 2.
Yeah, more than likely, because I didn't see anyone take any damage during that tree pull, so it should have been good. Ooh, getting our first check in a Blind's house. Ooh, and Ken's checking our stun prize. 5 rupees today, not bad. Good farmable object.
Not great, but not terrible.
Yeah, it's better than the single rupee or the heart piece. Speaking of heart pieces...
Wow! We got a second sword already in Blind's hut.
Oh, we're just a lamp away. Come on, let's see that lamp. Alright, so Blind's hut giving us that Master Sword. Ooh, the single arrow of destiny is on the Lumberjack ledge. So we're not going to be doing an agate today for that unless someone really wants that arrow.
Well, it is a unique item.
Right? Too bad hints are off, or otherwise that'd be funny.
Although I don't know if there's a Lumberjack ledge hint.
Oh, that is true. I doubt that.
I don't think there is one yet. In the bottom of the well, we get a big 20, yet another heart piece, and we'll see 3 more items here.
Come on, lamp.
More blueberries, yet another heart piece, and a purple rupee. I could say that in this game, right?
Yeah, that works.
And we do have plenty of cash right now, so Bottle Vendor is nice and free.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like our 5th heart piece now so far discovered?
Pretty much.
Get your 07s in chat meanwhile, as we are getting our first look at Swag Duck Airlines already at 9 minutes in.
All right, Jack, go ahead and throw those out. I want to see some gooses loose. All right, let's see what the old lady is hiding in her closet today. Ah, just more love.
I'm pretty sure that's now the 4th heart piece we've discovered in Kakariko.
Hey, we've got a full heart container now. Yay! Oh, that was a weird little glitch.
Yeah, don't worry. Ellis will give us another look here.
Yep.
We hope.
Yeah. Okay, it's just money. We're good.
All right, let's see what the story is with the library. Another another heart piece.
Oh, there's just love all over. It's not February yet.
But a little bit of love can go a long way, you know. Given the number of heart pieces we've seen, I'm not surprised that Gem is blind checking the race game. Hillis is going to give us a better look ahead of time. It's another heart piece. All right, that's 8.
Good lord. Hey, we are going to be super healthy this seed. That won't be a problem. And as our wonderful friends in chat point out, yeah, that's a vanilla item right there.
Indeed it is. We got a big 20 inside the damn chest.
That damn chest.
Yep.
Another heart piece.
All right, somebody, please tell me somebody chat's counting, because I lost count at like 7.
Well, I mean, if everyone starts picking them up, we'll know sooner or later, because we're going to have increased heart counts.
Now, if those were heart containers.
Oh, yeah. Heck, I think we'd be full at this point. Would have been every single boss container and the dang sank chest.
Yeah, there's 11 heart containers total, but we got a glove and bombs in Mini Moldorm Cave, along with an actual heart container, a big 20, and yet another heart piece.
All right. Well, hey, that's a good find to start with. Glove is much better to find here instead of the Dark World, because I can tell you it's not fun traversing anywhere without a glove for like 40 minutes.
Indeed, this also gives us logical access to King Zora. But it looks like Illis's first stop on his to-do list is to go to rescue the old man from Death Mountain.
Ooh.
This makes a lot of sense. With the flute, Ice Rod Cave is not too hard to get to. But it looks like Gem is diverting to Eastern Palace. We have some nice divergence among our runners today. Along with, I do want to say I appreciate the sprite diversity as well. We've got Pink Shirt Link on Gem's side. We've got Cappy Mario on Ken's end. Samus as Raylan. Raylan as Samus. And I believe that is Alice from Tohu from Illis.
Sounds about right.
So Astro's Closet gave us 2 big 20s and a Quake medallion, and the old man gave us a big 20 as well.
Bacon coin.
And we may need that later.
Ooh, getting our spectacle rock check coming up. Let's see what's on top. It's nothing. And inside is a full heart container. Go get it, Illis.
Oh, I blinked and I missed what Ice Rod Cave had.
Big 20. Or
Okay.
5. It was an amount of money that's not that great. Ooh, Illis is going to do the East Side Death Mountain checks, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. You got that early hook shot in the back of Escape. There are so many items available to you up here. You might as well just go now.
Yeah, 8 items plus seeing what's up on the floating island, and if we're lucky enough to get the Hammer of the Mirror, that's also Tower of Hera access.
Very true. Just the mirror alone would do the trick, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's our bottle and the Moon Pearl in Paradox Cave. Somebody in chat totally called that.
Right. Taking over my position as the resident psychic. How dare you? I mean, good job.
And we got a lot more love. Zora money, basically.
Haha!
There's the hammer and powder. So that is 14.5-minute Dark World access. And also Tower of Hera, anybody?
Very nice.
Wow, that's a big one. We can already full clear Thieves Town and Tower of Hera. Actually, no, Tower of Hera might need a fire source.
Yeah, we got the hook shot. Anyone's got the knowledge to do the Hera pot, and we're good. Ho ho! And King just found the other set of gloves in the fart cave.
Yes, he did.
That is amazing. Agina pulling through with those mitts.
You have to figure Dark World is also a bit higher up on our runner's priority list as well, since we know that's where our Pegasus boots are, and we may need those for Desert Palace.
Oh, very true, very true. See, that would be the ultimate troll of having everything set so it's a super smooth seed. You don't find the boots, and then, oh look, guess what's on the big torch?
Yep. But with the hammer and powder, we also have access to the magic bat.
Man, if we find the mirror sometime soon, then that's just going to make routing so much easier.
Actually, something I think our runners wouldn't mind finding right now is the book either, because that would let them check the ether tablet.
Oh, that's true. While they're up here, it'd be super quick routing.
Right in the neighborhood. To answer question, chat, the other glove was in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Ken picked up one from Agina's cave.
Yeah, so our wonderful Dark World entry was basically Agina and Mini Moldorm, as well as Paradox with the Hammer and the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, that was definitely a stacked Paradox Cave. Everybody reading that hook shot right away was definitely the right call to make, although Illis just took a double fall here in Tower of Hera.
Oofa. Let's see if he can toss it over. Yep, he's good.
Now, we did pick up the key to Hera Basement, but we have not seen an item yet. There is only going to be one item in Tower of Hera before Moldorm. Because of the Ambrosia settings, the bosses are guaranteed to have one of the items for the dungeon. They will not contain maps, compasses, or keys.
And I was going to say, if you blinked, you missed it. That was the awesome Hera pod by Jim.
Yeah, this is effectively a way to skip the Hera Basement if you have to go down there.
Oh, and they gotta. There's an item down there.
Yeah, there is. Now they want Moldorm to have the lamp or the fire rod or something along that line.
Yep.
Yeah, the seed did give us a lot to start with, but it did not give us a fire source.
Just gotta tease us with all the good stuff so it can, you know.
Alright, Gem giving Patrol Dorm the good old triple spin strategy here.
And that is our wonderful Trolldorm down, giving us a full heart container. And first blood goes to Jim.
Not a bad start, but unfortunately the Hera Basement will have to be left behind for the time being.
Que sera, sera. Let's hope it's nothing.
It looks like Gem is going to wrap up with, I believe this is a Spiral Cave check coming up. And apparently the Moldorm heart was Sank heart.
Ooh. I mean, nice to find, just kind of silly since
Kind of defeats the purpose.
you're right. You're gonna get a free health refill and a magic refill after a boss, so...
If anything, if your magic's full, it does save a little bit on the time to regenerate health completely.
Hey, that is true.
Saving those frames.
And this is a speed run, so we gotta go fast.
And there's... Okay, are we at a dozen heart pieces now?
Fairly certain we are.
Because that was another one in Spiral Cave.
Wait, how many heart pieces are in the vanilla game? 24?
I'm trying to think. There's 11 heart containers, and that puts you at 14, so that's 24 heart pieces.
Oh, that's funny. We're 19 minutes in, and we found half of the heart pieces in the entirety of the game. Woof.
To answer a question in chat, the oh, hold tight. Gotta pay attention to a map check here. Okay, so we had a green pendant Thieves Town with our other pendants being... Oh, there's the book on Sick Kid, by the way. Our other pendants were Mire and Pod, and our last 5/6 crystal was Ice Palace.
Very nice. I kind of like the way Illis is doing this. I mean, Jim has a better idea because you're getting more items off of his routing here. Fortunately, Hype Cave has just given us arrows, money, ooh, a tempered sword, and another heart piece.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to say no to that tempered sword given the circumstances, but at the same time, that's about all we got. So, right. 3 out of 10 maximum.
Oh yeah, and another heart piece from the magic bat.
Oh boy.
I think we're actually going to get all of the heart pieces this run.
That would be funny if we did. I'll have to keep an eye on everybody's hearts. I think Gem is currently at 10.
Uh-huh. Good lord, this is a healthy seed.
Yeah, now it should be noted that just because Pod and Mire are pendants, again, because of the Ambrosia settings, the bosses may end up having the progression items required to finish the crystal dungeons. We do need the Ice Rod for Total Rock.
Alright, so now let's start hypothesizing what could be on pedestal. It can only be one bow, but really wouldn't be useful, honestly. We need the cane, the fire rod, the ice rod for... Oh no, we only need the cane for Misery Mire. Okay, so we could have the fire rod, the ice rod...
Possibly any of the remaining medallions, flippers, could be on pedestal.
Flippers. Ooh.
Lamp. It's either fire rod or lamp. It can't be both.
No, there are some dark rooms that Misery Mire doesn't have torches with.
Actually, Pod and Mire are both pendants anyway, so yeah, lamp is probably hard required.
Yep.
Or definitely hard required.
So, yeah, it's either a medallion, ice rod, fire rod, flips, or the mirror.
Very true. Or a fetch quest item leading to any of those. But yeah, good candidacy for pedestal this early on.
Oh, heck yes.
Alright, let's see how we've got. We've got Gem checking out Catfish, getting some blueberries. Raylan is getting the bacon sword out of Hype Cave. And Illis is giving us a quick look at Skull Woods. Has already found the big key.
Well, Ken is going to be the first one to have Titan's mitts.
Yes, and with the flute, he is going to be able to check the Mire Shed and the Mire Medallion right off the bat here. Now, this is one thing that can be also very interesting, but also very concerning to our runners, because the more items you get, the more you're able to check, the more spread out things could end up being depending on the route divergence. So we could end up having widely different finishing times for our runners depending on where things are.
Oh, very true. See, that's got to be the stinker. If there are some unique items that are hidden just between certain other unique items.
To answer question, chat, Uncle pointed the Pegasus boots to the Dark World. It should also be noted, Illis found 10 sticks in Skull Woods, which means, and the other item will be on Mothula.
Mm-hmm. So we don't have to worry about checking any other chests. So let's see if Illis forgets that, and he does!
Now, unfortunately, we're still missing Fire Rod to get back there, so that's going to have to wait for a bit. But Gem, meanwhile, doing our Village of Outcast checks.
Gets another heart piece.
Raylan, yep. Raylan making the way to Catfish. Yeah, the way Ken, my theory is that Ken is going to probably check Ice Rod Cave and then probably go straight to Mire.
I think so too, yeah.
Because you can check Mire's medallion. You got quick access to the Mire shed, so that's 2 quick items.
And that was another heart piece. Okay, come on, Brewery. Give us another heart piece. Don't give us money.
Are you done, Seed?
Ah, dang it. I mean, we still have... Oh, what is that, like 6... No, we were 15, I'm guessing. We still got like 9 more heart pieces to go. We can still get some more.
Yep, definitely plenty of room. We might see one here on the dig game. If that is the case, that is vanilla. But we have Illis giving us our first look at Green Pendant Thieves Town, fully clearable with our current equipment.
And it looks like Kin is actually doing some fake flippering. Interesting.
Yeah, not a bad idea. You can certainly, with the Moon Pearl... Oh, we got a bottle on the dig game. Just 9 digs for that puppy.
And with all that money, he can get to Zora, no problem.
Indeed.
Oh, there he goes. Good job, Ken. You got it.
Well, well, well. Raylan is doing us a favor nice and early and going to check the pedestal, ladies and gentlemen. So get your pedestal hype in chat.
Ooh, Stumpy with a shovel, and... Oh, just...
Oh, head's dead.
Boo! At least we had our butter sword on Lake Hylia, so there's some fun to that.
And we interestingly, yeah, our shovel from Stumpy was actually vanilla. Now we found 2 items in the front of... Was it 2 items? No, 3 items. 1 item in the front of Thieves Town, I should say. Just 10 sticks. We got the key, the compass, or the map, I should say, and the big key. Oh, the small key route. Oh, yeah, we got both keys.
And a Waterfall Fairy, not being kind, gives us just sticks and money and being a bottle. Ugh.
That is, I believe, 3 bottles, though. No, 3 known bottles, though.
Oh, sorry, no, just refilling the bee in a bottle.
Oh, refilling with... Oh, the Waterfall Fairy had the bee. Okay. Never mind.
Well, it looked like Zora Ledge was nothing. Ooh, Ken, you gotta be careful, buddy. You've got fake. You got the water walking, dude. You're good. You don't have to stand on that.
Alright, King Zora. We must pay 500 rupees for...
Ooh.
Vamos medallion. That is our, that could be a key into Ice Palace.
Oh, yes. Is now full clearable. Well, out of logic.
Yeah, we're still looking for those flippers. Illis did find 10 more sticks in the Thieves Town attic, so there's 1 item besides Blind's item in Thieves Town left here.
Ooh, Kin is heading back up the mountain. I think he's going to go ahead and do Dark Side Death Mountain.
This makes a lot of sense because, again, with those mitts, we can check Turtle Rock's medallion, we can check Hookshot Cave, we can check Super Bunny Cave as well. There's still quite a number of checks here, but the shovel's just 20 bucks, and there's our Ice Palace access. The flippers are in the back of Thieves Town, and there is nothing in the Thieves Town big chest.
I think Illis forgot it's Ambrosia.
Yep. Gem, our last runner to pick up the book. So let's think this through for a minute. So we already have we can already do Ice Palace. We need Mirror for Swamp still. We can full clear Skullwoods without Fire Rod. We logically need a bow for Eastern.
Yeah, we're basically one good unique item away from each dungeon.
Pretty much. Gannon is a bacon of despair. Funny blind. You're lucky I need to use one hand to push to talk on the mic, otherwise I'd be slow clapping right now. To answer question, Chad, boots are somewhere in the Dark World.
Ah, no, another wonderful blind fight from Illis. Unfortunately, just getting some blueberries. So, good news is that Thieves Town was necessary because we needed those flips. Now, since he's got the green pendant, let's see if we get anything good off Asaha.
Indeed. I thought Gem was going to go, Oh, Gem doesn't have mitts, never mind.
But speaking of mitts, people, we've got Ken opening up Super Bunny Cave chests. We got 20 rupees and another piece of heart.
Okay.
I think that's number 16.
Oh, I just realized Gem fluted away from Desert, but that's where his mitts are.
Oh, poor Jim.
Yeah, chat,
Leaving the fart cave alone.
Yeah, chat pointed that out, and I just realized.
I think he's really excited to check that ped.
Me too. And now I think he's frustrated. Oh, I blinked and I missed what the medallion was.
It was Ether, the one we don't have.
Oh boy. And we know it's not on pedestals, so maybe it's here in Hookshot Cave. Maybe the key's under the mat.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised about that. Nope, 20 rupees. Oh, the boots!
And that is the Dark World location for our boots, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
We had access to that right off the bat. And now Ken can go fast.
Yay! Now, funny enough, I didn't realize that Dark Death Mountain actually counted as Dark World. I thought that was still part of Death Mountain.
I think Dark Death Mountain qualifies as Dark World. Just Dark Death Mountain qualifies as Dark World. Only Light Death Mountain counts.
Ah, that makes sense.
Because I think if you add all the Dark Death Mountain checks on top of Death Mountain, you ultimately end up with a ridiculously large number, making it a little bit harder to isolate the location.
Very true.
But Ken, with those mitts, is going straight to King's Tomb. And doing the boots checks.
And a heart container. I don't blame him, because getting these out of the way pretty quickly is nice and easy. It's right there next to Sanctuary. Unfortunately, this is going to Orphan Graveyard Ledge for quite some time, but, you know, we may not find the mirror for quite some time.
Yeah, and it is hard required because we need that for Swamp.
For a moment, it took me a sec to realize, oh wait, you're talking about the mirror, not the boots.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, why would you need the boots for Swamp? What kind of world is this? Unfortunately, nothing good coming out of those boots just yet. Bach Rocks and King's Tomb giving us nothing but love and money. Let's see if he... Ah, heading over to the witch's house. Maybe restock on some potion?
Makes sense. You have logical Ice Palace access, but you're still on green mail. Ice Palace enemies still hit like a truck.
Oh, that is true. Let's see which one he decides to do first.
He's thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, which one are you going to give us, Ken? Hey, he's going to go to Thieves Town. That's good. He can pick up his flippers.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. He's got to do this anyway, so he might as well just strike it off the list and learn that the Skullwoods, that Skullwoods is pretty much off the table for now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Raylan, meanwhile, who has picked up the flippers and appears to have forgotten that it's an Ambrosia seed, too.
It's alright, it's all muscle memory. Almost all of these runners here are very well-vetted runners, playing all different types of seeds. Ambrosia is new to version 31, so I can guarantee you that most of these guys are going to be like, oh wait, that's right. Item on boss, duh. Let's see how well this blind fight goes. Thankfully, there is an awesome script you can use. Since blind does not have any RNG, it will follow the same script every time on the first fight. So if you know exactly what to do, where to move, you can have the same fight each and every time. And he pulls it off beautifully. Fantastic execution.
Not a scratch on him.
And while we were going over that, it looks like Illis found our dig spot for us, just 20 rupees as well.
I believe Gem checked that already, as beat us to that one.
Ah, okay.
Now, it's going to be interesting because, again, only Ken has the Titan's mitts right now, so depending on if there's any reason to see our runners go back to Desert for a while, they may not be picking those up for quite a few minutes.
It will be interesting to see who decides to go over there first, because Agina's Cave is not something that a lot of runners go to, especially when you have so much more to go with. Agina is like one of those rare, once-in-a-blue-moon type of scenarios.
Yeah, and with our Titan's mitts, we can do the Smith chain, although we have to kind of do the save and quit hard way World Tour method since we do not have the mirror just yet.
Alright, so that's another fight down. 3 of our runners finishing up blinds, and Link is heading there right now. Gonna finish up the blind fight and grab our flippers. Hopefully he will remember that this is Ambrosia.
Yeah, we've got a lot of predictions in chat saying that Ice Palace is the play, and I'm inclined to agree given the circumstances. Although, Front of Eastern might not be a bad idea to check anyway, although we've checked the hospital's closet already. So, unless you want to turn in the green pendant real quick, kind of tough to go to that area without. And again, you would also want to have mirror so you can combo pod, if possible.
Oh, very true. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Ice Palace is going to be the better play in this scenario. Not only because we have all the items there, but, I mean, it's a 5-6 crystal, why not?
Yeah, and I would figure the thing the runners would want to find next along with Ice Palace is the bow, because that would allow them to get their other Pyramid Fairy crystal in Eastern. Although they do still need logically a light source.
Yeah, logic's logic. Let's see, who's gonna be... Oop, I think Illis is heading over to Eastern first.
Well now.
Oh, he's gonna go check out Saha's closet, get his bacon coin.
And turn in that green pendant while he's at it.
Very, very true.
And the pinball room getting its name, while Gem gets grabbed.
Ooh, 20 rupees. So, killing blind, not necessary this time around. Now, if the seed still wants to be mean, we've already seen that pet is dead, but we could still have unique items on both Vidi and on Helmasaur.
Absolutely possible. Raylan is meanwhile dipping into Desert Palace without the Pegasus boots.
Ooh.
Now, granted, it shouldn't be too long before Raylan picks them up, because with this positioning, it should be pretty close to checking Agina, which will give him the hook Titan's mitts so he can pick up that hook shot from Dark Death Mountain, but it looks like Desert Palace's boots locked.
Very nice. Alright, so that's good. It's going to make sure that these guys route a little bit more effectively. Meanwhile, Kin is going toe-to-toe with those evil little crickets from hell.
Ken's got 10 hearts now. I think he's fine. Yeah, Raylan, our second runner on the list to get mitts, and yep, Gem confirming that there is another sword upgrade on the ledge. Now, I don't know what happens with the fourth sword. I don't know if it ends up being blank or it's just another butter sword, because we did start out instantly with a sword as a result of the Ambrosia settings.
That is an excellent question. I think it's the same thing as the fast seeds with the boots started. I think it's a blank chest.
Okay. Alright, so at this time, Raylan has picked up the Titan's mitts, while Gem is doing those flippers checks, and it looks like Raylan's next stop is Meyer.
Ooh, nice. So we'll see what medallion we need to open up if we need to go into Meyer.
Oh, actually, chat bringing up a good point. I remember from the swordless seeds that they should be replaced by 20 rupees, green 20 rupee drops.
Oh, very true. And I believe that was the Bombos medallion for
It was.
Mystery? Nice. Okay, so that's technically clearable at this point. No one really wants to do Misery Mire Dark Rooms, but not bad. And wait, did I just see a rod on Ryland's seed?
Yes, you did. That was the ice rod.
Ho ho! Alright, that's awesome. No ice rod hunt today.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you want to find early, especially since you know TR is a crystal, because the ice rod could literally be anywhere except on Trinex.
Ooh, Ken contemplating. Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's outie. Realizing that this is Ambrosia, there's only one item left on blind. I think he's gonna go in Death Warp or just leave.
Yeah, we do know that this is a valid, certainly a good play, given the circumstances.
Or maybe he forgot that he didn't have blind? I'm
Oh,
confused.
yeah. Whoops. Just when we were complimenting the ideal routing here. That still would have been a very interesting gamble either way.
Right? There we go. Okay, now we're good. And I was distracted. I think Jim skipped his mitts.
Yep. Or did he? He's still heading back up the mountain.
Yeah, we'll find out here in a second when he opens up his menu.
Oh no!
Oh my god, he did. Oh no. What?
I'm confused by this then.
Yeah, why is he... Oh, he's checking the tablet. Oh,
That makes
no.
sense. Unfortunately, it's just another hard pace.
Oh, no.
And to answer question in chat, our two gloves were in Mini Moldorm Cave, which everybody picked up, and the Titan's mitts were in Agina's cave. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh well, Ellis is checking the medallion first.
Alright, so Illis, you're getting your boots. You're good. Now, go to Ice Palace. Oh, come on, Ken, you can do it. Come on, just one more hit.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Aye. That is, and that is after picking up a lot of potions. Now,
That's alright, Ken. Good, leave. Alright.
Sort of a blessing in disguise if you think about it.
No, don't go back in! No! Ken, just leave! No, Ken, just leave!
Remember when I said blessing in disguise? Never mind.
Oh, no.
Oh,
okay, he was just going for the anti-fairy.
That makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Ooh, Gem giving us a spike cave check. Is this in logic with a bottle?
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is out of logic, but I have been burned by Spike Cave so many times, and look at that!
Well!
It is the Ether Medallion!
So we know that medallion is invincibility locked.
Oh, that is amazing.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh man, the only person not to get their Titan's mitts, and they've got the Ether Medallion. Whew.
Oh boy.
Alright, Jim. Go to the fart cave. Go to the fart cave.
That's not a Gina's cave.
Oh no, he's doing pod. Oh no.
Complete opposite end of Hyrule.
Alright, now there could be a bow in pod. There are 4 items outside of Helmasaur, and he's got the bottle. He can do the potion glitch.
If I had to hazard a guess, that's why he picked up the green potion.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Oh, and Illis. Yeah, he's going to Ice Palace. Yeah.
Yeah, we know this has to be done. So we might as well just go in with our Bombos Medallion. And Bombos Medallion Tempered Sword Cold Stare isn't too bad, but it is still green mail.
Mm-hmm. And it will hurt. Any Pingator, Skullman, whatever you want to run into, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, a direct hit from a Cold Stare Puff is 4 hearts on green mail.
Ooh, looks like Kin is gonna be the first one to bring us our breadsmith back home.
Yeah, meanwhile, let's see if Pod is logically bow locked. Nope.
Excuse me.
Alright, let's see what our dwarven breadsmiths have for us this afternoon.
Hey, it's the good boomerang!
They're toy makers.
Well, I mean, they are... Wait, they're... elves? What?
Makes sense. We're coming up on Christmas.
Oh, I know everyone just got done working on the last festive one and making a Halloween skin, but I'd love to see a Christmas festive
Yeah.
scene change.
I absolutely loved watching that scene on Halloween night.
Oh man, I despised playing that seed on Halloween night, but it was fun.
Well, there's
Ooh.
our big key.
Hey, that's good. That means if we get one more small key, that should open up all the back. Oh!
Well now, pod required.
Oh!
And that could not be a better spot to find that mirror, because then you can mirror and check the front of Eastern.
Right?
Although you would like to see a bow before then.
Very true. Kind of hard to beat Armos without a bow.
Doable, not easy.
Alright, I'll shake back and say something different. It's hard to access Armos without a bow. Unless this is Randomizer and we just missed something.
Yeah, although pod is, or I should say, Armos is not yet in logic, because we still do not have a fire source.
Now, so far, I don't believe we've seen anything of use in Ice Palace. We've got that mirror in Pod, which is phenomenal, and just a bunch more keys over on the Bolok side. So maybe this is a... If we see anything on the backside here, like Fire Rod or a bow, I'm guessing this would be a required double dip, because that would indicate that the bow would actually be in a different dungeon.
Possibly.
And of course, I just like to rant just randomly at times.
Mm-hmm. That's no big deal. But, Illis, I think, is only... I don't think Illis found any items in Ice Never mind.
I love seeing that item in frickin' Ice Palace. That is the greatest.
Yes, it is. And that's, that means Skull Woods is full clearable. Or
Yep.
more, I should say, the last item in Skull Woods is clearable. We already know where the first one is. I believe that puts us in bow mode.
Yep, we are indeed in bow mode.
Watch it be vanilla in Eastern Palace.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, sorry, Ken. You still can't get to Hera Basement yet. I believe that's only one item so far, though, found in Ice Palace.
Yep, that's only the one item so far. The rest has just been keys and maps and compasses.
Oh, wait. Found
that
Bloom.
was mail. Okay, so Illis found the second item. It was in the freezer room.
French vanilla blue mail. How about that?
Very nice. All right, so that means the last item is going to be on our wonderful friend Cold Stare. Of course, since this is Ambrosia.
And that is exactly where Illis is going.
Oh, shoot, and I missed it. Did Jim see anything good? I don't see anything on the tracker.
I'm checking my playback, checking the Dark Maze. The first item was a key. Second item, I'm looking back right now. Keep an eye on the Cold Stare fight for me, would you?
I think it was also a key, because we found a heart container in the Harmless Hellway.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't the Dark Maze.
It was the mushroom!
Oh, boy.
He found a mushroom.
He's turning that in right away.
Very nice. And Cold Stare is down, and we get a heart piece.
That makes sense.
I think that's heart piece number 18, so we got 6 more to go.
And just some free sticks for the mushroom.
Alright, so mirror is 100% necessary, and that was found in the arena?
It was found in, it was found in Pod.
Ooh, are we gonna get an early swamp? Well, as early as we can, of course. Yay, it's swamp time! My favorite dungeon. Oof, poor Ken getting knocked off the bridge. Round 2. Fight!
He just has to still climb the stairs.
Oh, okay, fine.
Looks like Illis's first stop, though, is going to be to just take down Mothula real quick. Might as well. It's kind of an out-of-the-way boss kill, but you can do it, so get it done now. Then flute away when you're finished.
Oh, yeah.
After learning that Ped's dead, of course, and getting mugged.
Alright, now he's good. Ken finally getting that Trolldorn taken down. Getting his first crystal. And the thank heart.
And see where I mean? Like, Ken's magic bar is practically full, so that's going to save just a tiny bit of time in the crystal clearing sequence.
And it's all about time. We gotta go fast. Ooh, and Jim is gonna go ahead and give us this Bombos tablet check.
This may end up being a blessing in disguise for Gem, because he can route in Nagina's cave with this.
Yes, he can. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, I was hoping for something good. No, go back to the beginning. No!
Gem.
No! Why?
I mean, I understand why he's doing this, because he doesn't want to lose his mirror portal.
Yeah, fair enough.
And now he's going to go do Swamp, which makes plenty of sense. This is another crystal you can full clear. Does he check left side, though? We shall see.
God, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and check left side, because he's skipping everything else. He's got a false clear swamp, and sadly there's gonna be nothing. Just disappointment.
It's going to be funny if the bow is in here.
Oh yes, that will be, actually.
Yeah, everybody's in a different location right now, so the bow, we could see the bow pop up anytime.
Oh yeah. But Raylan's just getting his fire rod, so he's got full access to... well, almost full access to Turtle Rock. Just needs to get that ether medallion from good old Spy Cave.
That's actually not a bad spot to do that, because you're already on the mountain.
Right? Very true. Ooh, heart container. And Illis takes down the big moth herself. And gets another bottle! Alright, so Wagoo.
Yeah, that's a good third bottle to pick up.
And there's Raylan's blue shirt. Let's see if he remembers that this is Ambrosia. I think he is. Yeah, alright, he's good.
You know, with all that's been going on, I have not had enough time to A, sip my drink, and B, take some time to shout out our wonderful runners who are putting on a fantastic show for you this afternoon. We should also take a moment to shout out our trackers, Ricky of Kokiri and SSBM Oro, for clicking all the buttons today, making sure everything is good on screen for you folks. And, of course, shout outs to my co-commentator, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
Yeah. But really, give these guys a follow. Not only are they taking time to go ahead and entertain us with their runs, but our wonderful trackers. I track a lot, and it's annoying to say the least when the tracking machine doesn't want to behave itself. So to make it seem a whole lot better than it is, these guys are doing a great job. So they deserve some love too.
Ooh, here we go. We got Illis dipping Misery Mire. Full clearable given the circumstances.
Ooh hoo hoo.
Because I think there's enough torches in Mire to do it lampless.
I think there's one room that it doesn't, but it's a very easy room. So I'm not 100% sure that it's within logic, but it's super easy to do with or without the fire rod.
Indeed. I wasn't counting items in Swamp Palace. I believe we're currently sitting at 3.
I believe
There is definitely something in Left Side Swamp, though, because the big chest had a map and we just saw the compass. In fact, both items are in Left Side Swamp, or one item. No, hold on. Oh, there's Arcana Burner, by the way. That is our logical Spike Cave access.
Yeah. But yeah, we had the big key in the chest to the south of the big chest. We had the map in the big chest, and then we had the compass in the sunken room. So
Yeah,
we've got 2 items there.
Yeah, so that's 3 items now. 1 on Argus, the other 2 in Left Side Swamp. Okay, yep, all caught up.
Yeah. And speaking of Argus.
Yeah, with Tempered Sword, this is going to be a fairly simple fight.
Oh my gosh, it just dawned on me. Because Jim didn't get the Titan's mitts, he doesn't have the boots either. He can't do the hookshot dash glitch. Oh.
No precision poking from Gem this time around.
And he doesn't have either rod, so he had to do old school. And he still took down that sucker. Oh, man.
Yeah, a runner of Gem's caliber, I am not the slightest bit concerned about his ability to take down bosses with relative ease.
Well, I mean, he is the runner-up for the most recent SG Live tournament, so that makes sense.
And I blinked, and I did see that there is a hard piece. I just looked at my playback. There is a hard piece in Mire, which means our other item is on Vitreous.
Ooh, alright, so that's almost... I think that's number 19 for heart pieces. So we've only got 5 left, folks, and we've got them all.
And now Illis has that big key, and Alex...
And he... Yeah, he's forgetting it's the same Ambrosia again.
Oh, no.
Ambrosia, the killer of muscle memory.
And it looks like he's noping out without going to Vidi. I could somewhat understand this, because it may be that Vitreous is not in logic due to darkroom issues, and Vitreous is still not particularly easy. Illis doesn't have any invincibility items yet. And we do have Gem doing Left Side Swamp.
Yep. And since I'm betting he's thinking that Ether is probably going to be in an easy spot to find. And I doubt he's going to be like, oh, it's definitely going to be on one of these pendant dungeons. But yeah, he definitely wants to go check out Pod as soon as possible to get that mirror.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, without mirror, that's Gem may last location Agina.
Yeah.
I think Ken just accidentally bombosed looking to hook shot.
Oh, whoops. There you go, Ken. You got it. Good job, buddy.
Now you may bombos. Alright, looks like our other item in desert is on the right side.
Mm-hmm. Now, wouldn't it be funny if this were the lamp?
It would.
Hey, look, it's the 20th heart piece. 4 more to go.
This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Hey, and our last bottle. Alright, so nothing of use in Swamp, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Pretty much just go mode it and you're fine.
And just bombs in the right side desert, so Landmolus will have our last item as per the rules of this seed. And we'll see Illis should be able to go take Landmolus down no issue. Has rods, has a hammer, has tempered sword. Ken has picked up the blue mail out of Ice Palace.
Ooh, he's just about to get the fire rod. Wait a sec, where is Jim going? Is he checking Pyramid and Catfish?
Looks like it, yeah, because I don't think Jem checked Pyramid Catfish.
Or is he going... Yeah... I'm confused. Oh no, he's doing Graveyard Ledge!
Oh, okay, yeah, this makes some sense, because it's another one-off check, it's far away. You're already last location in Agina. You do not want to last location much more at this point.
Alright, come on, give us the bow. Give us the bow. Let this all pay off for Jim. He deserves this.
If the bow is here, that's going to be interesting, because our other runners might not head back there for a while.
Yeah, because everyone else has had the boots to check both Bog Rocks and King's Tomb. Ooh, the cape!
I do not believe we have seen Bumper Ledge at this time.
That is interesting, too, because that means... Okay, I take that back. We did have the Cane of Brian down in Swamp, so that would have been logical access number 1, Spy Cave. This is logical access number 2. This is interesting.
Although Jem elects to not bother going to check that, unless we saw a bumper and I wasn't looking. But it looks like it was just 10 sticks on Landmolus, so...
Where is this bow? I'm trying to think where it would be logically set, because I don't believe that Viddy is within logic yet.
I'm guessing French Vanilla.
Turtle Rock?
No, Eastern.
Oh, Eastern, okay.
Because we still have not seen Eastern after all that we have seen, despite all that we have seen. And Jem is finally realizing what went horribly wrong.
Oh, thank God. Finally go. Now, I was going to say, this may work out in his favor if he decides to head over straight to Misery Mire, pick up the Dice Rod, flew it out of there, go to Ice Palace, pick up the Fire Rod, and then go up the mountain. He might find something good up in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Turtle Rock we know is fully in logic. And full clearable for that matter.
3,000 years can give you such a crick in the neck.
Alright, looks like Jem is going straight to the Mire area, so definitely on the right track.
With Illis going into Pod, he's going to go ahead and find that mirror pretty shortly. Now, the fun question will be if he decides to nope out after that, or try to full clear it. Because funny enough, we've got both of our right side players have equal amounts of items. And Jim, now picking up that ice rod, is only a fire rod and the bow away, where everyone else is the bow and the ether medallion away.
Ooh, we have Ken doing a Houlihan via the back of Escape here. I want to play, actually, I'm not surprised by this because he was short on rupees for Pod.
And it's always good to have some extra money for those wonderful, wonderful... Ooh, the lamp!
Really? That was mirror locked too?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So, the lamp was right under the front door for Misery Meyer.
That's
Really?
hilarious.
The key to Vitreous was in the front door?
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome.
I can't imagine the rest of our runners are going to be too upset by that, but at the same time, that is not a nice location.
Okay, now I want Silvers to be on Helmasaur. Just so that way it was a logical required double dip for a pendant dungeon.
Oh yeah, that's right, because Mirror was in... you have to get Mirror and Pod for Lamp and Checkerboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we do still have, but it looks like we have everybody doing kind of backpedaling through other people's checks once again for a bit. Now, let's see if Raylan decides to go straight to Vitreous, although actually still needs the big key.
I think he's on his way to get that right now, though.
Yep, Ken just got grabbed.
Whoopsie poodle. Oh, I think Raylan forgot this is Ambrosia again.
Oh dear.
I mean, I'm always down for a nice little coffee break, but I'm not a good speedrunner.
Yeah, admittedly, I would only consider myself something of a novice, and that's not even in these games. Now we can see what was in Pod over here. And it was the key in the mushroom. So yeah, now the next $1 million question, where is that stupid bow?
Right? I'm thinking it's gotta just be in Turtle Rock at this point, because there's not really much else to check.
I'm gonna laugh if it's in Eastern somewhere, and we've had access to that since Sphere 0.
Oh god, yes. If it was... Okay, no. Let's be nice here. Let's say we have vanilla big key location. Logically required to go ahead and have the lamp to get there, but then have the bow in the big key or in the big chest itself. So logically required to have the lamp. Yeah, so could have gotten it early?
Maybe. But we did get a purple chest check from Gem before he went to dip Ice Palace, and it was just 10 sticks. But Gem is in good position here, is going to get end up getting the Fire Rod, so despite pretty much last locationing Agina, pretty much in the same circumstance as everybody, almost in the same circumstance, Gem does have to pick up the boots from Hookshot Cave.
Oh, someone in chat does point out too. I don't think anyone's checked purple chest yet.
Well, Gem just did.
Oh, Jim did? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Just before dipping Ice Palace.
That's what I get for not paying attention.
Shout outs to Rix, Rixus in chat, who has been instantly answering everybody's questions about the Ambrosia rule set throughout the course of this match. Much appreciated.
Wait, did Jim just dip out of Ice Palace real quick?
Oh, he totally did.
Why?
My GPS is confused.
Why, Jim? Why? I mean, yeah, you're gonna get boots, but come on, dude.
And yeah, chat is saying bow on Trinex. That is a distinct possibility since bosses in the Ambrosia setting do have items. Guaranteed.
And these seeds have known to troll many a time.
You know what it might be? Gem might be thinking he's behind after last locationing Titan's mitts, so he's making much more aggressive gambles.
Oh. But see, that's the odd thing, too. Ice Palace is a crystal. It's required.
Yeah, I'm very confused by that.
So confusing.
Raylan did make it all the way to the Vitreous fight while we were concentrating on Gem for a bit there.
And I have seen Viddy drop bows before, so could we have another wonderful bow Viddy? Let's see.
Answer, nope.
Eh. Womp 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 womp. And Jim finally picks up the boots. So happy that he has to bonk.
It slightly vents his frustration.
Alright, so Fire Rod. You need to go to Ice Palace. Go.
After checking Super Bunny, but still, you gotta go to Ice Palace.
Yep. Hey, Link finishing up the wonderful Mothula, getting the bottle and the third crystal. Good job, Link. And Raylan heading over to Pod to pick up his mirror. Perfect.
It still amazes me that despite people picking up Mirror when they did, nobody has Mirror to check Eastern.
It's so many people, they're like, oh, I don't want to do Eastern without a bow. That's just nasty. Watch, it'll end up being the first chest in Eastern. Everyone's just going to do a face slap.
I most certainly will. Now, Gem is dipping Turtle Rock without the Fire Rod. Can progress possibly up to Laser Bridge, but it is entirely dependent on the key layout.
Yep. The way the keys are set, we need... Okay.
Never mind. He's out.
Yeah, ain't going no further. Yeah, for that to happen, you need to have the first small key being that first chest there, another small key being the chain chomps, the lava chest has to have the big key, then the crystal roller or the big chest has to be another small key. I believe the odds of that are, I think, like 14.25%?
Yeah, it's not that great.
No.
Especially as you just saw, Gem instantly got told nope.
Which could be a good thing for him, since he'd be just wasting time otherwise.
Indeed.
Alright, Link is finally getting to the back of Saha's closet, gonna be picking up that bacon coin.
Granted, that is complete... Actually, back at the hospital's closet ended up being completely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. Quake is fun. You can kill those little annoying dead rocks.
Very true, but even still, that's about all it's good for, this seed.
Alright, now, Ken, go to Eastern.
I think he's going to Eastern, because he's not, fluting.
Alright, they're not going to say anything just yet until he walks them through those doors. Come on, you can do it. You're almost there.
Alright, we can confirm he's going to Eastern now. I think we're good.
Alright, so, finally gonna get our Eastern check. After an hour and 12 minutes. Illis is heading back into the left side swamp. Jim is now thoroughly confused because there's nothing on Lumberjack. Ether was in the Spike Cave. Just confusing everyone even thoroughly. And first chest is the map. Alright, try again.
Now the compass could still be, as long as we don't see the compass, we may not be lamp locked for Eastern Palace. Or we won't be lamp locked, I should say.
That's true.
Granted, not a big deal for Ken at this point either way, given the circumstances. You have 12 hearts in blue mail, and you're dipping the Eastern Palace Dark Room. Make it
Ooh.
13.
Yeah, there's another heart container. So that's one item down. Come on, we need to see that bow.
All right, Raylan picked up their lamp out of Checkerboard Cave, so at least that won't be an issue, but at this point, it's already taken down Viddy. Answer question, chat. Pedestal was just bombs.
Mm-hmm. Triple boom. It's funny, we had one of the worst items ever on Lumberjack, and one of the second worst items ever to see on Pedestal. So you don't need bombs if you're going to be pulling Pedestal. That's just silly.
And yet we're still looking for stuff.
Ooh, there's the big key. Okay. Get your hype ready.
If there is an item in this big chest, yeah, hints are off, Ken.
Come on. Oh, our 21st.
That's not what we're looking for.
Oh, no, Ken, this is Ambrosia. Don't go back. The last item is on Armos. Oh, no.
Now, to be fair, if anybody saw the race from a couple of nights ago, where a lot of folks' last location Moon Pearl in that chest, I can understand the muscle memory kicking in here.
Oh god, that one was so funny. Oh man, and what's sad about that seed is that, what in the world were you doing? You're just pulling off a wonderful Michael Jackson impersonation by doing some moonwalking.
I think he was trying to pick up whatever the drop was from the Scarecrow. Something along that line.
Yeah, that seed was just atrocious to everyone running, because not only did you have to have the Moon Pearl in that location, it gave you every item conceivable to check like an hour's worth of things. Like literally, you could go through all of the Desert Palace, you can go to Tower of Hera, you can do all of Death Mountain, you could do like all of the water checks in almost every fetch quest, and then Moon Pearl was right there.
Although
amazing.
It was lamp locked, and I don't think the runners had the lamp initially.
No, I think that was... Oh, where was that lamp?
I don't even remember.
I'm trying to remember,
But,
actually.
With what we know now, we should point out the bow's got to be in Turtle Rock by now. We've checked Mire. We've checked literally every other dungeon.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if we have checked Bumper Ledge, but I'm fairly certain Jim would have at this point. Especially since we got the cape.
Indeed, although I don't remember. But yeah, I don't think Jem checked Bumper Ledge, despite everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's feasible that he didn't, because he doesn't have the fire rod, and when he went up to Skull Woods earlier, he didn't check anything else. He checked Graveyard Ledge, but he went from the opposite end.
To answer a question in chat, one bow could be in GT, but there has to be a bow outside of Gannon's Tower, because bows are now progressive courtesy of the version 31 update. So one bow could be in GT, and that would be our silver. That has to be our silver arrows, though. The bow cannot be. The bow cannot be anywhere else. Cannot be in GT, I should say.
Yeah. So at this point, unless we haven't seen Bumper Ledge yet, the only feasible location it can be on is Bumper Ledge or in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and it logically can't be on Pyramid Ferry, because the logic dictates you're expected to have the bow to take out the Armos Knights.
Now, we could actually have silvers in Pyramid Ferry, but not the original bow that we need.
And that would indeed be vanilla silver arrows. We could have a sword in there too. Now, while we know of another sword's location on the Lake Hylia Island, there are still... Oh wait, no, there's only 3 swords in the item pool in Ambrosia. Never mind.
We could
I'm
see
used
that
to-
20 rupees.
I'm used
That's
to
what we could
seeing. I'm used to seeing the red. I'm used to seeing swordless seeds where all the swords are, or like expert and hard mode seeds, where after you get the last progressive sword in that level, then it's replaced by the big 20.
Mm-hmm. That'll be interesting to see if we can get something like that to happen.
Yeah, now Illis is actually in favorable position here because he's on the mountain. He's headed to Spike Cave, or at least in that direction. Fastest way over there right now would be to do this right here, mirror at the top of Spectacle Rock. Oh, you know what? I hope I'm not butchering this name. Freku in chat makes a great point. All this time, we have never checked Hera Basement. And we know that has an item.
Oh, you are right. Oh my gosh.
If it's been in Hera Basement, and granted, that would have still been a ridiculous logic chain anyway to get to Hera Basement because you would have still needed to get Mirror for Checkerboard or Fire Rod from Ice T. So either way, not a good logic chain to pick this up if the bow is down here.
Oh man, if this is it for Illis and he decides to go right over to Spy Cave after, oh man. This is just going to be the best turnabout ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's still too early to call because, again, we don't know where this bow is. For all we know, it could still be hiding out on Bumper Ledge.
Mm-hmm.
I'd answer question, chat. Spike Cave has the Ether Medallion, which is hard required for Crystal Turtle Rock.
And it may be the fact that my furnace isn't working, but I'm getting chills.
Nope.
Oh, dang it. That would have been fantastic. That's okay. He just needs to go to Spike Cave, pick up the... No. Okay, good. I was like, don't you dare go to that flute. Alright, so. Good news here. Illis will have access to Turtle Rock. Jim will be finishing up Cold Stare, hopefully being going over to either Mothula or Turtle Rock. And we'll finally figure out where the bow is.
I'm gonna laugh. My next laugh out loud potential moment is it gonna be if both bows are on Laser Bridge.
That would be fantastic. I'd be 100% A-okay with that.
Is it faster to save and quit in this situation to get back to Turtle Rock? I'm guessing yes.
Assume? Because you have to go outside, fall down, climb back up, mirror, go back to the right past the hammer, or you can save, quit, do this, hookshot over, and then you're good.
Okay. So ultimately, as far as we are aware, the only pendant dungeon dip that ended up not being required this seed was Misery Mire.
Mm-hmm.
So that Bombos coin we got... Well, the Bombos coin was still hard required from Zora because the Fire Rod was in Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So that was still a hard requirement.
And God, is it funny to see Fire Rod in Ice Palace.
Absolutely. It's even funnier to see Ice Rod on Cold Stare. The first seed I ever commentated, I had that.
I mean, it just makes sense that you have an Ice Rod in Ice Palace, right?
Absolutely.
I need to rename that Ice Rod Cave to something else. Oh good, Jim is heading straight back there, remembering that this is an Ambrosia, so last item will be on the Big Moth herself.
Yeah, definitely one thing I gotta remember to ask everybody is, when did you realize it was Ambrosia? Because we have seen a lot of that. We have seen a lot of muscle memory kicking in for our runners this afternoon, for sure.
Yeah, was it your third or your fourth boss that you beat that you remembered as Ambrosia?
Can I be honest with you? I think one weapon that I would like to see return in the Zelda universe is a cane, because I think the last time we've ever seen a cane, call me crazy, but I think it's the cane of Pachi from Minish Cap.
I think you're right. Yeah, because we didn't have any canes in what's it called? Link Between Worlds. We
No,
just
we
had a
didn't.
new rod.
And and Four Swords Adventures kind of brought back the Cane of Samaria, but it was translated as a level 2 Fire Rod in that case. So you can't, I guess you can kind of argue that, but at the same time, yeah, I'd say we're due for a new cane weapon. Maybe Breath of the Wild 2 will have it.
Is the sequel really going to be called Breath of the Wild 2, or are we actually just
I don't
gonna have
think
like?
so.
Because I hope it's just Breath of the Wild, and then we get a subtitle. Because we've already got other Nintendo franchises that have decided to do that. We don't need another Mario Galaxy 2.
I'm just trying to think of synonyms for breath.
Wheeze of the Wild.
Yeah.
He's tired and he just needs a break. Gasp of the Wild. I like it.
So I think actually, never mind. We were key locked out of Turtle Rock anyway, so
yeah.
I was going to comment on the 2 Crystal Roller keys, but never mind. Totally not relevant. Looks like Gem is following Illis up to Turtle Rock, so we're going to have 2 runners going in.
And see, this is why I love watching Jim run anytime he does Link to the Past. Because, notice, he was 3 dungeons behind by the time Illis was just about climbing up for the Hera basement check. He didn't finish Ice Palace, Desert Palace, or Skull Woods. Now he's caught up. He's probably about 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to Gem and Illis on execution, especially considering how late Gem picked up those Titans mitts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also real interesting to see Ken not, because Ken was the first to pick up those Titans mitts, and yet still is missing that all too important Ether Medallion. So is Raylan, to be fair, but even still.
Oh yeah, I was 100% not exaggerating. That is definitely the truth.
And I'm loving all of the Breath of the Wild sequel names that are popping up in chat, by the way.
We have started a new meme.
All right, Illa's giving us a quick look at Mimic Cave. We haven't seen much in Turtle Rock besides a Styx and a heart container, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are still 2 more items in Turtle Rock before Trinex.
Ooh,
and that is not one of them.
Ooh, Raylan realizing he forgot that item in Hera Basement too, so he's gonna go check it out. Hopefully he will follow Illis and do Spy Cave shortly after.
It makes it even more poetic that Ken's gonna ultimately be the last one into Turtle Rock after being the first one to pick up the Titans mitts.
And I'm glad Illis decided to go after that big chest, because we had a small key there. If this one also is a small key, we're good, but... Oh, yep, we're good.
Wow, so yeah, we can actually skip a chest on Laser Bridge if we find the other 2 items.
Heck yeah. Now the funnest room to do in dark. You hold right, then hold down. Continue holding down. Don't fall off. Go right, pick up a pot, step on a switch. Go back up, hold right.
Get lit on fire repeatedly.
Hold down, hold left.
Unfortunately, none of our runners are wearing a Goron tunic, so they are not immune to fire damage. Oh wait, wrong game.
And we're good.
Alright, the dreaded Laser Bridge. How many bows? I'm guessing 2.
I'm hoping for 2. I really want to.
Well, it can't be 2 now.
Well, poop. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, don't tell me the bow's on Trinex.
Oh, that'd be funny. The bow's on
there were 3
Trinex.
items on Laser Bridge. I guess we miscounted items.
Oh, that's right, because we found the map earlier.
Oh boy.
Oh, Trinex, you silly goose.
He's not a goose, he's a turtle. We already released the goose at the first 9 minutes of the game.
Wait, wouldn't he be a snake?
Oh yeah.
He's some weird thing.
To answer question chat, both tablets were checked. Raylan took a death in the overworld. Do not know if that was intentional or not.
Oh yeah, that was in Spy Cave.
Oh yeah, okay, so definitely intentional. And with 3, a double spin and a slash to the head, there goes Trinex. Is bow in on Trinex? Answer.
Please let it be Bumper.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
So the bow was on, well, the first bow was on Trinex. Oh, can I laugh if the other bow is on Armos Knights?
I am kind of hoping. Oh, so yeah, 129 and loose change. We finally have our first Go motor. Not logically, of course, because we don't have the lamp, but it's Illis. He doesn't need the lamp.
Yeah, to be fair, we know where it is. Illis, where are you going? He must have typoed. He must have misclicked.
Misclick. He got a little too excited.
So yeah, I'm just trying to put the seed logic together real quick. So you had to get Mitts out of Agina's cave, which could lead you to Ether and Spike. But
logic
Fire Rod. You had to get Flippers in Pendant Thieves Town, so you can go to Ice to get Fire Rod and Ice Tea. You also had to go. You had to then get the Mirror and Pod
to get either the cape or the Cane of Burna, because logically you'd need that invincibility item.
Very true. And then you also needed Mirror to get Lamp logically out of Checkerboard. And then Ice Rod was
Meyer Shed. Meyer
that was
Shed.
it. Yeah, so Ice Rod was Meyer Shed. So yeah, that was Mitzluck primarily.
What a crazy seed. Thank God we don't have to worry about logic in this game.
Yeah, Illis is... I can understand why Illis is... well, Illis has to find the big key, actually, so... this, I was gonna say, why is he checking chests when he's in Go mode? Because Illis would not need silvers with Tempered Sword for Gannon, for sure. Yeah, all of our runners are going to be doing this on Tempered Sword, so... while Silverless is still not the most pleasant, Tempered Sword will at least make life a little easier, but no sign, interestingly, of half magic throughout the course of this seed.
And that's going to be either on Armos or in GT, for sure.
Probably GT at this point.
Oh, this is going to be fun, though. There he goes. All right. Getting through that wonderful dark room. Super easy once you get that fire rod. A terrible pain in the rear if you try to do it without it.
Chat brings up a good point. Something could have been on Helmasaur, but I don't think we're going to see that.
Nah, I mean, it could very well be Silvers on Helmasaur. That is possible. Super silly, but possible. Alright, now it's time to take down these Armos Knights. Let's do it. And we're good. All right, Illis has gotten the last crystal. And you know what that means?
Yes, I do.
It is time for the wonderful guessing game of where is that big key? Take your guess between 1 and 22, because that's how many chests we can check in Gannon's tower to find that big key.
Yes, indeed. We got 21 chests and 1 torch. But luckily, everybody's got boots. They had to pick it up anyway, so that's not an issue. Whole numbers, please, in integer fashion. Thank you very much.
We will not be accepting any decimals or negatives.
Yes, please get real with your guesses. Get it? Because real numbers.
Ba-dum-dum. Negative pi is mind-breaking. You stop that. I'm always keen to the number 13. So typically,
yeah, I'm guessing 5 for this one, just because everybody pretty much had to get the bow last.
I like that guess. Ooh, Link to the Past Ken heading over to Swamp. That's good.
I see somebody putting in Avogadro's number in the chat, and as someone who graduated as scientist, I do appreciate the reference.
Nice. Oh, Ken's already got the ice rod as well. That's good.
And at this time, we are closing the guesses for the Big Key Guessing Game. Illis's first port of call is the Hope Room.
Aw, just more money. Now, I'm kind of hoping we actually find our last 3 heart pieces, just so we have that full 24.
That'd be funny. I don't think we're going to see that, but it would be nice. And silver arrows are on the torch.
Oh man, that's awesome. This is going to be an easy fight for everybody.
And that's pretty much a mandatory pickup since there were just 2 big 20s, no keys on the Hope Room.
Now, it'll be funny if we end up having someone do the Dark Magician's strat, because that may pay off. Heart container for number 4. Big key for number 5. Wow.
Well, well, well.
I guess you won. Congratulations.
All right, but to be fair, we should also give credit to, it looks like Steadfast Wolf also guessed 5 as well.
Very nice. I was about to read out your name and like, wait, yeah, never mind.
I'm hearing a Burn the Witch request already. You know something? One time a few weeks ago where I could have been, I was getting a lot of Burn the Witch requests. I don't think I was getting a lot of Burn the Witch requests, but I could have, it was a Prime Randomizer seed where I guessed 2 items. I guessed that Phazon suit was going to be vanilla, but just before that, I guess Thardus was going to have a power bomb pack, and I was right on both occasions.
Nice.
Not quite. Oh, you know, I bet Illis did a buffer strategy to set up a easy boot stash across that room, and that's why he fell off intentionally.
Yep. I've actually seen that quite often these days, because it actually saves just a slight bit more time to go ahead and fall off, get those invincibility frames, and just dash, versus just walking over. I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 frames, not a whole lot, but hey, that's why we speedrun. Save the frames.
Yes, indeed. But Illis and Gem are going to both probably take the same route. So at this point, between the 2 runners on the top of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, it is down to execution. And we told you at the start it was going to be a good one, folks. And boy, have these runners been demonstrating that.
Oh, yeah. It has been one crazy situation.
Perfect triple skewer into land Molus 2.
Mm-hmm.
And both of our runners have silver arrows. The silver arrows were on the torch.
Yeah, it just took a moment for that tracking machine to update, so no worries.
Illis wasting no time clearing out the whiz robes.
See, that's the real reason we need a cane back, so if we ever get in those scenarios again, we just get that perfect setup and bam.
Now, Raylan has also picked up the bow off of Trinex, so Raylan is also in go mode. So Raylan will soon be joining runners, bringing up the rear with our runners in Gannon's tower. To answer question, chat, the lamp was in Checkerboard Cave. It was mirror locked.
Oh, poor Illis. You don't see that happen very often, but since this room is timed, if you hit that door just as it beeps over, it will bonk you back because the game registers that as a wall.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of time for that door.
Nope. And of course, we are waiting for that little diddly-dee, because there's a nifty little glitch that if you make a screen transition at the same time that sound happens, you'll get this wonderful glitch that kills every sprite in the rest of the tower, including Aghanim.
And that's pretty much no good because we kind of have to kill this guy, as the title screen mentions.
Mm-hmm.
It does say during the Maiden Dark World cutscene, also, you have to kill this guy.
Twice. Well, most of the
Not
time.
in this scene. Luckily. But with a few tempered slashes and a spin to Moldorm 2, down he goes.
Come on, Illis, hover for us. You know you wanna. Aw. And he steals the toy box. How rude.
You know what the funniest thing is? In that scene we were talking about the other night, that's where the Pegasus boots were.
Yep. The best place for those boots would be the last chest that they were useful in.
Literally the last chest. But now it's time for Aga 2. No thriller dance this time around, since we're no longer in the festive setting.
I gotta say, when I saw that was funny.
That was a
nice
beautiful triple. Unfortunately, not really the best setup to get a double triple on this one, unfortunately. Still, 3-1-2 is a fairly solid 3-cycle from Illis. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time to fight the big pig. You thought you were fighting a dark wizard, but it is me, Gannon!
Oh my god! Yeah, of course, he's got to start singing.
But then he tells Illis to back off.
Back off, buddy. Oh, Jim. That would have been cool. If anyone is wondering why I decided to place a bomb there, there's a nifty little thing called the Moldorm Bounce, where if you place a bomb just in the right position, have it go off just as you do a sword spin slash, you will jettison across the room in this glorious fashion without having to kill Moldorm. But sadly, it did not happen.
Yeah, that's a trick that we see Aussie 101 doing quite a lot.
I gotta give props to Aussie for being able to complete that on average, because that is a really tough trick.
It's basically a harder version of the Ice Palace bomb jump.
Oh yeah. Gotta give Jim props, too, for leaving the toy box for the newly orphaned mini Moldorms.
And we are at phase 4 of Gannon. The silver is Gannon's one true weakness. Successful torch glitch.
Very nice. Whoops. Kind of missed an arrow there, but that's alright. That was just one shot. And ba-boom! That's shot number 4. Throw those GGs in chat for Illis. As soon as he crosses that nice little vicious bridge of 1 by 3 pixels, we'll go ahead and see what place he's got and give us the exact time. And he's good! Alright, Illis has finished. First place on the restream, 8th place overall with this community race at a time of 1:43.11. GG's to that. Fantastic.
Absolutely. But here's some interesting notes. I've got the other finishers on the line on screen here too. Our first place finisher was Humbug, who finished with a time of 1:28.25.
That
So
is phenomenal.
that's a almost 15-minute quicker finish. I guess it just mattered how fast you read the Titan's Myth Spike Cave hint.
Oh yeah, gonna say if you got up to Gina's Cave to get those Titan's Myths and bounced on over to Spike Cave to get that Ether Medallion, that would have been uber quick.
We actually have Humbug in the Twitch chat with us, who is telling us that his Go mode was Mirror. Or at least Mirror Go mode was a thing. Very interesting.
I was gonna say that's some really odd routing right there, because that means he decided to go ahead and do Spike Cave without anything but the bottle. And wow, yeah, that means you would have gotten Fire Rod first and then Ice Rod after. That's awesome routing right there, Humbug. No wonder you got such a good time. Well, definitely, congrats to that. That is a fantastic race right there.
Alright, Gem has just delivered the skewers into the Big Pig. Now, Gem, be real careful here because that 1x3 bridge has claimed people semi-recently.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks like that is not a factor, as Gem is our next finisher amongst our community with 9th place and an SRL time of 1:45.05.
Fantastic. Excellent job.
We have Illis joining us in the chat room up here in the booth. GG to you, Illis.
GG, thank you.
What a great run right there. Now, we just gotta ask real quick, when did you remember that you were playing Ambrosia?
Alright, there was that option. Basically never.
We were wondering. Don't feel too bad, because the other runners kind of did the same thing, where they kept checking for that last item, forgetting that it was on a boss.
Oops. Yeah, well, I haven't played this mode quite a lot, and it's been a while since I last did. I knew that that exists, but basically, like, I was mostly focused on the, it's, you know, Uncle Assured, Sword, and you get the boots in, and that's about the main parts. But yeah, of course, there's the thing about the bosses having the items.
That's alright, we just gotta tease you about it.
Yeah, it's fine, like, you gotta know when you're in the wrong, right? And you gotta improve upon it.
Right? But this seed's logic has been so weird. Did you notice that you never found that lamp?
Yeah, I noticed. I figured it was probably the big chest in Eastern Palace, which I skipped.
Oddly enough. Yeah, it was a checkerboard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the logic... You first.
Yeah, that was something I would have checked a bit later as well, but...
Yeah, the logic expected you, after Dark World access, to go get your mitts from Agina's cave, go straight back to Dark Death Mountain to pick up, to eventually pick up Ether Medallion, I should say, out of Spike Cave. You had to go to...
There was the Cane of Burner, right, for the logic.
Yes.
So, and it was in Swamp Palace, so you had to go the pod first, and oh god, it was pretty weird. I thought about sequence breaking Spike Cave, but it was like, yeah, I checked it so much recently. It has never paid off, so let's just skip it for now, check it back later with Ether Medallion and Hera. And I did check it later, but it was really, really late.
Yeah, funny enough, we actually forgot, like, as a collective, that Hera Basement had an item. Because we were all thinking where this bow could be, and then finally someone was like, guys, hello, we didn't do Hera Basement.
Yeah, that would have been a surprise. kind of a pleasant one for me because I figured everyone would do Hera without fire, so I wouldn't have minded it if Bo was in the Hera basement. But unfortunately, it was just in Turtle Rock as always.
And I gotta say, with both fire items being locked behind Titan's mitts and one behind the mirror, that was such a weird circumstance to be under. Having basically everything lined up in such a way that you had to bounce all over the map. And that's why I was giving props to Humbug for coming in first earlier, because getting a sub 90 with this kind of seed is phenomenal.
I think it's quite possible actually. Like, had I sequence broken that ether, I would have had a similar time. I'm very sure.
I think that's actually one of the main things that did it for most of the other finishers. Because anyone that followed the logic, of course, would have last location that, but then you've got other stuff like what Humbug was saying when he last location the mirror.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I mean, I took my time to go to pod and get my mirror, but it was not quite last occasion, I believe.
I gotta stop you for just a brief moment, because it looks like Ken picked up the item from Sahasrar on the green pendant, but after that has decided to forfeit the race.
Oh,
Could not find that ether medallion.
that's a bummer.
Raylan, meanwhile, has just raided the toy box.
Oh, and we've got Link, the Pastkin, joining us in the booth. How you doing there, buddy?
Where is the lamp? I couldn't find it, so I said, no, it has to be Turtle Rock, right?
Oh, that was actually in Checkerboard.
And I just got that's the last place I would have checked.
Yep, that mirror was really messing with a lot of people. And having the logic basically send you all over the place was kind of a mean.
I'm guessing Bo and Pedestal?
No, it was bombs on pedestal. The bow was on Trinex.
That's just mean.
And to add insult to injury, the silvers were on the GT torch.
Well, I had boots, so I didn't care about that.
Yeah, that's the type of thing. You spend the entire seed looking for that first bow, and then you're just handed silvers on a platter.
Well, that's 7 seeds in a row that silver has been in GT.
Huh, it's like it's kind of the new thing in version 31.
I had one right before mode on, one on validation chest.
Goodness, yeah. Well, that's the fun placement of these items. It definitely makes it interesting. But I gotta say, that was actually some really good early routing. You were the first one to get Titan's mitts, and it was a good 10 minutes before anyone else did. Everyone practically last location to Gina's Cave.
Especially Gem.
Oh god, poor Jim.
Well, I had the flute, so it wasn't that hard to get there.
Props to Gem for not checking Agina's cave because Agina sucks.
I kind of made that comment too, figuring that most of you guys would be like, yeah, Gina's so out of the way, it's a bad check.
Couldn't believe Fire Rod was in ice, though. Come on now.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
at least that
that's the
means
fun
Dora
stuff.
wasn't a scam today.
It's quite the classic. Like you find Bombos and you have Ice Palace access. You go to Ice Palace, you find a Fire Rod like 90% of the time. That's just how it goes.
But meanwhile, Raylan has just delivered the final skewer into Gannon. So get your
Where
GPs.
was the Turtle Rock medallion?
It was in Spike Cave.
Yep, so it had you actually go down to Pod to get the mirror, then Swamp to get the King of Brian, and then, logically, wanted you to go up to Spike Cave. So
And that's after
really did
picking
have
up
you go.
flippers in Thieves Town near the Maiden.
Yeah, it had you go everywhere.
Ironically, the only dip that ended up not being required was Pendant Mire.
Which I did part of it, but I said I'm not doing the dark room. It's too hard. So I did everything but the...
Oh, I don't blame you. That one's a pain in the rear. But hey, we are welcomed by Mr. Rylan Tink here. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Okay-ish. GG.
GG Ryan.
Still a fun seed, kind of mean with logic.
I mean, where do we start? I mean, almost instantaneous Dark World access.
Well, at least you got your Titans mitts reasonably earlier than Jim.
Yeah, I mean, Agina is a location. Not all people are going there early, and while the flute makes it certainly easier to go there, still it's just one item you can grab there. Do you really want to do that if you have 10 million other choices?
And we got to tease you too, since we were teasing Illis, but when did you remember that you were playing Ambrosia?
I'm not fully certain. I think it was somewhere before I decided to go to Ice Palace. But I definitely didn't know when I was in Skullwoods.
That was kind of the funny thing, just watching everyone is like, guys, last boss is on the item.
The other way around.
Last item is on the boss.
Oh, yep, thank you. Hey, you could have the last boss on an item.
Yeah, I heard Mordor is on the pedestal sometimes.
There we go. Now we gotta have a way to get that.
Oh, that is actually chat brought up the item, and I just remembered. So, your thoughts on the excessive amount of early heart pieces? Because I swear by the time we hit Mini Moldorm Cave, we were at like 10 heart pieces.
Oh yeah, I was actually keeping track. We picked up 21 heart pieces throughout the entire game. I'm guessing the last 3 were in GT.
Well, you don't really pay attention to those when you run, because they're like, yeah, sure, you find them. It's basically like a big 20 legs and piece of trash you pick up and don't really register, so I didn't see it.
Yeah, I know Ken, for example, picked up the race game one. I think everybody else skipped it.
Mm-hmm.
I intended to skip it, but then I missed my duck and said, well, I'm here now, might as well pick it up.
But still kind of a fun race. I mean, not so much for you guys to actually do, but it was definitely entertaining for us. We gotta give you props for sticking through it.
Yeah, I tend to have a lot of endurance. Like, my concentration slipped a little bit there at the end with the torch room and stuff. But I try to always finish what I start. And yeah, I'm a bit salty since I really thought about sequence breaking Spike Cave, but then I didn't, and that cost me a lot of time. But else, I think it was fun, mostly. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I was just 2 items from go mode.
Yeah, you were really close on that, honestly. I think after the pendant turn in, basically your next check would have been checkerboard and then the Spike Cave. So you were
No,
really
mine
close.
would probably been Turtle, probably Spike Cave, and then probably Turtle Rock.
There you go. And Turtle
And I
Rock
can do
definitely was
most of it
easier.
without the lamp.
Yeah, I've been noticing you've been getting a lot better on that, so props to that.
I mean, I'm at least glad that there was no vanilla bow there lurking around. As I was going on and didn't find the bow, didn't find either. I was really fearing that. That would have really ruined my day there. That were to
Oh.
happen.
Having the bow in Eastern, since nobody checked it for like an hour.
I've come to terms with it. If the bow in East is in Eastern, then I'm just losing. That's fine. Okay. Same with Port. I don't care.
I was going to laugh hysterically if the bow was on Trinex and the other bow was on Armos Knights.
That would have punished the EP dippers as well, so I wouldn't have minded.
Because, yeah, a bow behind a bow lock. Imagine that.
Oh, the wonderful thing of version 31.
I have seen that, not on Armors, but picked a few bow ups on the
Well,
right side and pod.
Technically, there was a bow behind, or yeah, there was a Bollock bow as well, because you didn't have access to GT without killing armor fights.
Fair enough.
It's still a fun seed, and thanks again for deciding to be on Restream. We do appreciate you guys. Did you guys have any other last words or anything you want to talk about Seed?
I'll probably watch it later.
I'll check Spy Cave next time.
Nah. I will leave Spy Cave behind. This happens.
Well, Rando
It is
will be
what it is.
Rando.
Oh yeah, that is the beauty of it. That's why I will always check Spy Cave, because I've been burned far too many times by it.
But if you always check everything, then you're just gonna waste time going through overall checks when you could have gone to the progression instead. It's always a gamble to do or to not do things. So you gotta have your priorities, right?
Exactly.
But with that said, I believe we are going to be wrapping things up this afternoon. So thank you folks for swinging by for this A Link to the Past Randomizer daily race. We don't have any races going on at the moment, it looks like, but if you would like to see any more Link to the Past Randomizer action, we have another Ambrosia race tonight at 9 o'clock on the same channel, so be sure to tune back for that if you're interested. We have a Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament race tonight at 10:30. This is Eastern time, by the way, on the main channel, as well as a Zelda 1 Metroid 1 combo randomizer race at 11:30 back here on channel 2. So still plenty of rando for later this evening for you folks. With that said, let's also take one more moment to shout out our runners, Jem, Illis, Link to the Past Ken, and Raylan Tankier for putting on this wonderful show. And shoutouts to my co-commentator, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, and our trackers, Ricky of Kokiri and SBM Oro.
Always a pleasure chatting away and making things entertaining. And thank you all viewers for staying to watch. We of course can't be a channel without you, so thanks again for stopping by. And have yourself a wonderful day.
We'll see you next time.